You know that feeling when you just pulled off a crazy 1v1, or maybe even got a clean double kill, and you're barely alive but hyped up, and then boom, you're instantly dead to some random guy third-partying from across the map with perfect aim like he was watching you the whole time. Yeah, that's one of the most annoying things in Fortnite, and if you're playing ranked or tourneys, that kind of death isn't just frustrating, it ruins entire games. But here's the thing, dying to third parties is something you can actually avoid way more than you think. It's not just bad luck. There's patterns, habits, and awareness you can build that'll make you 10 times better at handling them, and even turning them into easy free kills for yourself. That's what this video is all about. We're going to break down everything from how to pick the right fights, how to finish fast, how to rotate smart, and how to stay alive when someone's trying to sneak up on you. I'm going to show you how to stop being the guy who dies to third parties and become the one who clutches up with 3 kills and walks away like a boss. So let's get into it. The first step to avoiding third parties is simple. Stop taking dumb fights. And yeah, that sounds obvious, but most players don't even realize they're doing it. Every time you start a fight, especially early game, you need to think about where you are on the map. Are you in a named POI with multiple teams around? Are you on edge zone, where someone could easily rotate in your fight without you noticing? Or are you out in the open with no cover at all? If the answer is yes to any of these, you're already setting yourself up to get third-partied. A lot of players just start fighting because they hear shots or see someone first, but that's not always the best move. You gotta fight smart. Look around first. Think about if other players could be near you. In early game, if you landed a POI and hear 2 or 3 other teams nearby, let them fight first, clean up later, or if you're rotating and see someone in the open, don't instantly shoot unless you know you can finish the fight fast. Because the second you start making noise, other players are going to hear you, and trust me, they're always closer than you think they are. Smart players pick when to fight based on their surroundings, not just based on what they see in front of them. That's what separates someone who gets top 5 every game from someone who dies in 30th with 1 kill. One of your biggest reasons you die to third parties isn't just because you got unlucky, it's because your fights take way too long. The longer a fight drags on, the more time you give everyone nearby to hear it, rotate toward it, and get in position to clean you up after you're weak. That's just how Fortnite works, so if you want to stop getting third-partied, you've got to start finishing fights fast. That means when you decide to push someone, don't play scared. Don't sit there for 2 minutes trying to get the perfect angle. Just full commit. Look for a clean shot, force a play, and win the fight. Whether that's with a piece control move, a smart angle, or just pure confidence, you've got to get in and out. And now I'm not saying be brainless and dumb every time, you still need to play smart, but speed is the key. Think about pros. When they push someone, it's fast, clean, and calculated. They don't just sit in a box battle for 5 minutes while the whole other lobby rotates in. If you're dragging fights out, you're basically ringing a dinner bell for everyone around. Even if you win, you'll be low health, probably low mats, and someone's going to show up with full health and clean gear to ruin your day. So the next time you're in a fight, remind yourself, the faster you win, the better chance you have of surviving what comes next. The next thing is tunnel vision. Tunnel vision is a death sentence in Fortnite. You ever get into a fight, go full sweat mode, crank to the sky, and then randomly get lasered from behind and you're just like, where the heck did that guy come from? That's what happens when you only focus on the player in front of you and forget the rest of the lobby exists. You've got to start building the habit of looking around, even while you're in a fight. This sounds hard, but it's actually simple once you get used to it. Every time you take a wall, every time you reset a build or stop moving for a second, do a quick glance around. Look for builds going up nearby, footsteps in the distance, shots that aren't from your fight, and most importantly, listen. Footsteps, gliders, cars, redeploy, build sounds, they all give away third parties before you even see them. If you hear something off, box up and reset. Don't just keep fighting like you're alone on the map. The best players know when to pause, heal, and check their surroundings instead of forcing a fight they're about to get third-partied in. Also, use visual audio. It literally shows you if someone is sneaking up behind you. This is the kind of awareness that keeps you alive. You don't have to be paranoid, but you do have to be aware. Because if you're only thinking about the guy you're fighting, you're not thinking about the 2 more coming right after. Next, positioning is everything. Positioning in Fortnite isn't just about being on height. It's about controlling your surroundings and limiting where enemies can come from. If you're fighting in a spot where you can be attacked from 360 degrees, you're basically begging to get third-partied. But if you fight with your back to zone or with terrain behind you like a mountain or a building, suddenly you've got a wall that protects you from one whole direction. That's less stress and fewer surprises. This is especially true in mid-game. If you're rotating and looking to take a fight, try to do it near a natural cover. Don't build in the dead open unless it's the only option. Even then, place cones and walls behind you before you rush, not just in front. That way, if someone pulls up, you're not getting beamed instantly. Also, being up high is great for visibility. If you take high ground before a fight, you can see third parties coming from far away and react before they're right on you. Low ground makes it hard to see anyone else, and by the time they show up, it's usually too late. Smart players always think about how many angles they're exposed to. They don't just push recklessly. They fight where they know they can reset, rotate, or retreat if needed. Good positioning doesn't just win fights, it keeps you alive after them. And if you're trying to climb in ranked, that's what really matters. Next, don't insta-loot. If you just want to fight, you're hyped, the guy had a gold shotgun and 500 mats, so you instantly sprint over to the loot pile, right? And boom, you get sprayed from 30 meters away and die before you can even pick it up. It happens to me all the time. Instant looting is probably one of the top 5 reasons people die after fights, and it's completely avoidable. The second you kill someone, you got to remember, someone else heard that, whether it's a player from across the map or someone hiding behind a rock 20 meters away. There's always a chance another team is already moving toward your fight. So what do you need to do? You box up, you pop heals, and you wait a second. Watch for builds coming in, look around, and only loot when you know it's safe. If the loot is in the open, maybe place a wall or cone next to it so you can cover yourself while grabbing it. And don't just stand still on it. Loot fast, grab the important stuff, and get out. Prioritize your mobility, mats, and heals. You don't need to pick up every bullet and blue gun in the pile. The longer you sit on the loot, the more likely you're going to get held or sniped. So play it smart. Winning a fight means nothing if you die 5 seconds later with your inventory open. So stop insta-looting and start surviving longer in the game. Next, use third parties to your advantage. Here's the thing nobody wants to admit. Third partying is part of Fortnite. It's literally built into the flow of the game. If you're always the one getting third partied, you're playing too reactively. But if you flip that mindset and become the one doing the third partying, suddenly you're the one farming free kills while everyone else is weak and low on mats. The key is being smart about it. You don't just W key every fight you hear. Instead, you rotate toward it silently, build up slowly, and wait. Listen for one of them to get cracked or knocked. That's your green light to go in and fight. When you know one player's either boxed up to heal or the other player just got the kill and is looting, that's your moment to jump in. Take advantage of chaos. Third party from above or from the side where no one expects it. Then just putting pressure from a distance can be enough to cause panic. A third party doesn't always mean full pushing either. Sometimes you can beam someone and then back off, just to make them waste heals and get held by storm. The best players don't avoid third parties, they control them. If you can turn your awareness into aggression at the right time, you'll start turning those random mid-fight deaths into some of the easiest kills of your match. It's not scummy, it's just Fortnite. The difference between dying to a third party and winning the whole fight is just knowing when to beat the third party yourself. One of the most underrated ways to stop dying to third parties is just rotating better. Most people rotate without thinking. They run straight to zone, through the middle of the map, no cover, no awareness, and then wonder why they keep getting pinched or sprayed from behind. Rotation should always be planned based on player traffic. Think about it. If you're rotating through the middle of zone or near hot POIs, you're basically guaranteed to run into other teams. But if you rotate early, or better yet, through the dead side of the map where no one landed, you can avoid so much unnecessary fighting. This is even more important in ranked and tournament play, where third parties are constant. If you can get to zone early, box up and chill, you're in a way better spot than the guy sprinting in with no info while 2 teams fight next to him. On the flip side, if you're late rotating, don't panic and run in a straight line. Look for creative angles. Use your natural terrain, slipstreams, mobility, whatever you have, any movement in the game, anything to avoid being stuck between 2 teams. Also, always rotate with cover nearby. That way if someone does spot you, you have something to build off or hide behind. Good rotations make your whole game smoother. You avoid sketchy fights, you get better positioning, and you stay alive longer. Bad rotations get you third-partied, held out, or sprayed down before you even get to endgame. And next, endgame awareness. Endgame is where third partying becomes a full-on warzone. Everyone is boxed up, everyone's low on mats, and everyone is desperate for a refresh. That means every time you shoot your shotgun or start spraying someone, 5 other players are listening, waiting to crash in. If you're not careful, you'll get focused and deleted instantly. So in endgame, awareness is your best weapon. First, don't fight unless you have to. Every edit, every peek, every shot, it all matters way more now. If someone's close, try to pressure them smartly without overcommitting. Look for safe tags, bait edits, and force mistakes. If you do get a kill, immediately build and heal. Don't even think about looting unless it's your box or super safe. The second someone dies, others will hear it and push. You have to be 2 steps ahead of everyone. Keep your tarps protected. Don't tunnel vision on one player, and always have an escape route. Also, don't be afraid to rotate early or late, whatever gets you away from the chaos. A lot of people get stuck between layers and just get focused by third parties above and below. If you find yourself sandwiched, drop a layer or go up if you can and reset. Staying alive in endgame isn't just about fragging, it's about surviving. The third parties are non-stop, but if you stay smart, play protected, and don't force unnecessary fights, you can glide through while everyone else tears each other apart. So yeah, dying to third parties sucks, but it's not just some random thing that happens to you. It's something you can learn to avoid. By picking smarter fights, finishing fast, and staying aware during battles, positioning yourself well, looting safely, and rotating with intention, you'll start noticing that you survive way more often, and even clutch more fights than you ever thought possible. Third partying will always be a part of Fortnite, but if you play it right, you won't be the one getting caught off guard anymore. And if this helps you even a little bit, drop a like on the video, hit that sub button if you're trying to improve fast, and comment down below the last time you got third partied and lost a game. We've all been there. Also, if you want a free coaching, crack drop maps, pro level resources, and even teammates to run with, join the Flow Improvement Hub Discord. It's completely free and we're helping hundreds of Fortnite players get better every single day. Links in the description, and don't forget to use code FLOWN in the Fortnite item shop to support the channel. I love you all. Peace, guys.